Welcome to That's Major, where my husband and I, along with various guests, will discuss topics that range from local news to spirituality and world events that are happening today. Our goal is to give you knowledge with a positive perspective to help you move forward in life in a major way.
Of SNS, standing strong on the That's Major network. Today we're just gonna be discussing love and
Self-care. We're going to discuss self-care and self-love and what that really looks like with men and women, because what's going on in times, we see a lot of people who couldn't really love themselves. If they did, they wouldn't move the way they do.
I agree. Let's go ahead and start with what's your definition of self love?
Self-love to me looks like growth. Like you're always growing. It's always, once you get to one level, you're gonna always keep going. You're gonna always put in the energy that you need into yourself to grow. Is what I would say self-love is. You gotta understand who you are, accept who you are. If you did things that you didn't like, when you know what I'm saying, just forgive yourself and embrace who you are and just keep growing.
I 100% agree. I'll double down on that and also say it's gonna be hard to love anybody if you can't love yourself properly, you know. And what I think any love gonna start with however you started at home and your spiritual connection. That's how I feel. So I feel God gonna always be a big part of that self love and self care, and you're gonna perceive love from how you was given love from a kid at home. You know, so especially with guys, a lot of guys don't. Maybe was raised in single parent households.
Which has become the norm
Yeah,
in these
yeah.
days of time.
And so with that right there, maybe a male will learn to love from his mother, opposed to maybe some stern, tough love from his father, and the same with the young ladies as well.
Yeah, I would say, and it has to be a healthy because you do learn from what you've seen or what was given to you. But sometimes all of that not always healthy. It's not a healthy love, I would say. You got guys who love their moms, but because of the single household.
Yeah, that sounds like a hell of a segue into the feminization of young males. And they kind of can't help it because, like you said, if they was raised in a single mother household, then he gonna have those feminine traits, and they might not translate well to be conducive for a long-term relationship with the opposite sex or female.
But that's
So
not to say it can't. It can. They can always. I mean, and that's why it goes back to you always putting into yourself. You always want to grow. You always want to learn. Because just because you started here doesn't mean you can't get to where you need to be. It just start with self, learning self. What do you know? If the guy know that he has these traits and that he needs to work on this, then that's a beautiful thing if they work on that. And self love. This could be that perspective of it. It could be health, working on, saying yourself, keeping yourself healthy, exercising, eating right. I mean, it goes a long ways. It's just always continue another level of it. I think a lot of people get caught on the level of just looks, or self love is this, and it's more to it than that.
yeah, it's deeper than that. That is good. You just touched on the health aspect of self-love. I used to, and to a certain point, I still look at people and think certain people don't. Well, some people just don't love themselves because they can't. They don't want to do what it takes to keep themselves healthy. Not in shape, not built up, not good looking, just healthy. You know what I'm saying? If you got diabetes running your family, and that, you kind of gotta care about yourself, whatever it might take. If it take 2 miles, 2 laps, whatever at the track, if it take a gym membership,
or watching what you eat, or you know what I'm saying.
Couch potatoes, that's not self-love. That's
And you
not
got to put in the
self-love.
work.
Yeah, I agree.
It is work, and again, it's just different levels because you have to start somewhere. Definitely start somewhere.
I agree. Now, we also said we was gonna speak on self-care as well, and that's an easy segue from self-love. Self-care is still a tough one though, because at some point you're gonna have to put some people to the side. At some point you're gonna have to care about you, and you that's one you know all about, right?
When it comes to self care, and it's okay. I think society try to tell us, oh, you should not be selfish or you shouldn't do that, but it's okay to be selfish with you sometimes when you're working on you. It's okay to say, okay, these people are not healthy for me, or they're not helping bring the best out of me, and to cut these people off. I mean, you have to know, and it still goes back to just knowing who you are, knowing, spending time with yourself, getting to know who you are. A lot of times we don't do that, you
When
know.
I hear cutting people off, it's never a problem. It's never a problem until it's the blood part, and that's gonna always be the toughest part when you gotta cut off your first cousin, God forbid, a big brother, a big sister. You know, some people have to cut off their parents to grow, to do self care the right way. You know, kind of piggybacking off what you just said, it's going sometimes you're gonna have to be selfish, and nobody not gonna understand it. Do you want to grow or do you want to help everybody else grow? You want to keep caring for everybody else. At some point, I think you gotta care for yourself enough so you can make it to a level where you can care about other people. You know what I'm saying? Because self care to me is about growth.
It is. I think self care and self love is about growth. It's just going to different levels and putting your energy into yourself of being the best version of who you are. You have to. You have to forgive yourself if that's what it takes. You have to understand yourself. You have to, you know what I'm saying, know who you are and be comfortable with who you are. And a lot of times, and what we see now is a lot of people that they're not comfortable with who they are. They don't even know who they are. That's why they make the decisions that they make, or you know what I'm saying, they get mad, or you see this, you know what I'm saying, all this type of hate in the world. It's just no, you need to take time and learn who you are.
Yeah, that's
You know who you are and you're comfortable with who you are. You're not gonna hate on the next person. Not another thing. You're not gonna. It's not gonna. You're gonna embrace. You know what I'm saying. You're gonna cheer everyone on.
we got to keep it real too. In our community, most of us learn about who we are later in life. True. We're not self and soul searching at 22. We still in adolescent stage at 22, 9 times out of 10. It's no diss to, what I'm saying, parents and, the black community, but it's certain things that they didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's why we're here to speak on it, so people can know, so they can be educated and do better. When you know better, you do better. That's simple.
Would you have any advice for some of the youth in the culture about self-care, self-love, where to start at with that? Maybe some young ladies that's down and out right now, don't know how to love themselves, don't know how to care for
My answer to giving advice to the youth on where to start would be a positive mindset. It starts with the mind. So if you're down, you're low, you know what I'm saying, the best thing you can do is change the way you think. Don't look at all the negative. Look at the positive. Find some type of positives. Find some beauty in each day. I mean, take it one day at a time. Change what you can. Control the controllables.
What are the controllables?
The controllables is you can change with you the way you think. You can change a behavior that was going to make you be better, to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? You could. It's just again, it starts with a mindset. Start there. Whether it be affirmations, you repeat them, it do feel silly. You know what I'm saying? Repeating positive stuff, but it helps you change your positive thinking. For me, that worked for me. Constantly putting that positivity in my mind. That's the first steps, changing your mentality, changing the way you think. Don't look at it. We hear old people say, "Look at the glass halfway full and halfway empty."
Yeah, and that's a big issue right there. Looking at the glass halfway empty. Mindset is huge. I guess that definitely be a topic of our next episode. The mindset, the paradigm shift of the mind, trying to upgrade your mind. Unfortunately, in our community, a lot of us been kind of programmed to mama want to teach daughter how to get on the program, get on the public housing, the EBT, keep the continuous circle going, the loser circle. Next episode, we're gonna talk about the winner circle and how to upgrade your mind to the winner circle. Thank everybody for joining in to our first episode of what's our podcast called?
That's major.
No.
Oh, Standing Strong.
SNS Podcast on That's Major Network, Standing Strong. This is my lovely wife, Janari Strong. I'm Major Strong. For those of you who stood through the whole video, thank you so much. Everybody, let's get you guys to like, subscribe, get us popping, share, all that, whatever you can do for us. Leave a comment. We replying to all the comments. And you can reach us personally, either of us, at mos315@gmail.com. Instagram, major_digital, Facebook, Major Strong. Follow us, guys.
And we're also definitely leave the comments. We're going to check those. We're all open to constructive feedback.
Hey, we appreciate everybody.
Thank you.